Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Jody Lewis Creations. In today's video, we're going to do something different. I've decided that I'm going to try to follow along with the 49 Dragonflies, Barbara and Louise Heinzel's Dephemerember, whatever it's called, this big long word that they're having a lot of fun with. We're going to try it. So here's the catch. This came in a numeric, and I'm going to do it quick. So that way you have to go to Barbara's link to get the printable. Anyway, she has 25 days of things to do. What I did to make it a little different is I cut the days up, okay? And I put them in my Elvis Christmas tin because, you know, who doesn't love Elvis at Christmas? I love Elvis anyway. But anyway, I cut them and I thought I would do it more random because I felt like it would be more interesting to me. So I had my husband draw me out 3 this morning. So the first one we're going to do is stars and a paint sample. Okay, so this is ephemera. It can be Christmas, it can be whatever you want it to be. It does not have to be Christmas, and to be perfectly honest, I may not do all of these Christmas, okay? I was planning to start the winter tale journal, and then I saw this, and then Judy sent me the Nutcracker stuff that's wonderful and fun. So honestly, I'm just gonna do what feels good. It's December, it's Christmas time. Our life is really crazy and hectic right now. So I'm just gonna do what makes me happy, and that's what I'm gonna do. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna find something that has stars and paint sample, which I have paint sample in the bag. I have a whole bin of those. Like literally a whole bin. So anyway, I'm going to gather some materials and I'll be back and we'll do number 2, see what kind of time we have. Or excuse me, this is number 1 for me, is number 2 on the prompt. And it was funny because he literally picked number 2, then number 3, and he goes, okay, if I pick number 4, that's just crazy. But we came up with 11 for the third one. So we're going to start with stars and paint sample. That's going to be my first one and see what we come up with. So I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so I have my paint swatches. So we have pink. Okay, so we're going to see what we can do with these, and I'll explain pink in a minute, and maybe pink won't work. Believe me, I have lots of colors. And I have this, which is out of the Ideals magazine. It's the Christmas edition, and if you guys remember, we talked about this in one of the Little Golden Book videos, and I believe this was from 1970 something. I can't remember the exact year because I used the page that had the copyright date on it. Okay, so this is my star, okay, and it's not an actual star. I mean, it's a star, but it doesn't have the shape of a star. So it says, and there were shepherds in the grass-covered hills of Judea, shepherds watching their flocks by night, heard the sound of heavenly music, and their awe-stricken hearts filled with fright. The glory of God shone about them while the wonderful story was told. Born to you in the city of David is the Christ who was promised of old. This is the sign given to you, a manger will be his bed. Then a chorus of heavenly voices in praise of the Savior said, all glory to God in the highest, and peace be on earth among men. Like a dream, angels came and vanished. Shepherds listened, amazed at the scene. From the grass-covered hills of Judea, they hastened to find where he lay. Angels brought them a special message, and a star would show them the way. This is by Brenda Lay. So this part of the page, I'm going to take off and use it as part of my ephemera piece. Don't know what I'm going to do with it. I don't have a clue. So let's just get that cut off. And it's blue, but what I want to do is somehow incorporate this. Okay, so this I'll set back over here in my book. Oh, there was another one that would have been super cute too. Okay, so what we're going to be working in is the Nutcracker journal. So this can't be really, really big, but what we can do is this. So I think I want to make this like a little flip over. Oh, look at the image on the back, guys. I was going to make that journaling space, but I think I'm not going to. I think I'm going to fold this over And this is brittle because it's an older book. Okay. And somehow make this where this can flip up, but I'm going to have to protect that. Okay, so this is going to flip up. And maybe I'll turn this into some journaling space. Although that's a really cool phrase too. So I'm not going to, I'm going to leave it. So I'll be back. I'll figure out exactly what I'm going to do with this, and then we'll work on it. Okay, so I know I said I was going to use pink. I changed my mind. It's allowed. It's creating, right? We have to do what makes us happy. So I found in my Nutcracker journal this page that is a piece of wallpaper, this beautiful wallpaper sample. And I have this page that's going to need covered. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this as a flip up. This is going to be like a flip out, okay? And I'm not covering the back of this because I love this image, so I have to figure out how I'm going to hinge this, which I can do. Move this over just a little so it's not in that spine, okay? And then let's find a paint swatch that matches. Now, yes, I have an excessive amount of paint swatches, okay? So we are remodeling our home, and that's not to say these are not all swatches for us for this house, I promise. We were in Home Depot and they had like the bag in the bucket, and we said, what do you guys do with those? And they're like, we just throw them away. And I'm like, can I have them? Well, I was chicken. I didn't ask for them. I'm not gonna lie. My husband went back and asked for them for me because I was being a chicken. So he went back and got them for me, and I just love them. I've actually used quite a few and embellished them. They're fantastic colors, and they make great journaling cards if you can get the backs covered. So that's awesome. So if you're in your local store and they have the bucket with the all these in there, you know, you can ask about them, but know that people put other stuff in the bag and not just the paint swatches. Like, one of the bags we got was completely disgusting. So anyway, there's that. Okay, so I think I like this. I'm gonna have this over at the top here, okay? And this I'm gonna have as a flip out here, okay? Then this page we need to embellish somehow. And I think what I'll do is just fold a little piece of coffee dyed paper in here, and then we'll embellish this, cover the doodads. So let me gather a few pieces and I'll be right back. Okay, so I have some pink paper here with stars on it, and that will fill that page if I want it to. I also have an old 1980s whatever Better Homes and Gardens book, I think it is. And I decided the first star I came to, for Better Homes and Gardens, American Christmas Crafts and Foods. Anyway, and I said, the first star I come to, I'm going to use that. And then I didn't like it, so I pitched that idea. And I found, and I forgot, I just bought this beautiful fabric at Joann the other day. It's so glistening and shimmery. It's beautiful. So somehow we're going to incorporate all these, because this is stars, this is stars, this is a star, and a paint swatch. So I don't want to do too many paint swatches because I think I'm going to use this somehow as a pocket. So what I think I might do is, should have cut a bigger piece of fabric. No, it's okay. It's all right. Okay. So I have this little piece of lace here that we can cover if we want to. Or I have this tab punch that I can cut and cover. Oh, you know what? That's what we'll do. That's what we're going to do. All right, let's cut the top off of this. And I'm going with pink because this Nutcracker book lends itself to pastels, which is beautiful. So I'm really happy about that. So let's just take all these pieces and get them out of the way here. Kind of discombobulated. I apologize. I'm nervous because I'm actually doing something that's participating in something with other people, so it's kind of fun. Okay, let's just do that. Got that out of the way. So this is the page that we're working on, and what I want to do is going to create a pocket out of this fabric. And what I think I'm gonna do is do the pink at the top. And I kind of want to center that. I don't so much mind a little bit of the wallpaper showing. And I think I'm not going to use that whole piece of paper. I think I'll just do the pocket like the width of this. So let's try. I may have to do a different piece. Let's see if I can tear this. Probably not, because my hands hurt. You guys know my hands hurt sometimes. All right, let me try to get this frayed like I want it and not have you guys watch me fuss with it, and I'll be back. Okay, so I have my cardstock down and I have my fabric pocket put in. I changed my mind. Of course I did. It's what I do. So I think what I'm going to do here is just make, oh, not out of that. I want to make like a little punch here for a little label just to cover this. And I can still use a little bit of that lace if I want to, which would be kind of cute. But this is, oh, I want the bigger one, I think. This is going to be vertical versus horizontal. So let's do this. So I'm just going to do this so I've got 3 more punches out of that. Oh, hurts my hands. Okay, so let's do this. That's there. And then let's put this here. And let me do it upright. I think I'm going to have this coming out of the pocket. I think. Okay. And then let's go from there. Figure out what we're going to put in here. We need like a little embellishment here. What did I do with all my Christmas things? What did I do? Ooh, I know what we can put there. I know. Well, that would work. So these are some die cuts that I made on my Cricut that were fun. Oh, I just love her. Is she going to work with the pink? We can make her work with the pink because I do love her. Oh, here. She won't. But. The angel will work. I have to print and cut another sheet. I've used all of my angels. I should have done more because I love them. Okay. So let's just take a little bit of ink around those white edges because I think I used, oh, there's a piece of map. I don't remember what weight I used. I have it written down so I would know what to use when I needed to cut some more. So let's just put a little bit of, not art glitter glue, let's use some 3-in-1 here. Maybe, if it'll come out. I need to thin it. I don't know how many times you're allowed to thin it because I've thinned it quite a few times. So I'm just kind of worried that I'll thin it too many times and that it won't work properly. Do you know, does anybody know how many times you're allowed to thin it before it compromises the integrity of the glue? Because I certainly don't want to do that. It's okay once I can get it going, I guess, but. Okay, and then let's get her down, and I do want to use art glitter glue on her. I don't have a laser printer. I have an inkjet printer, so I like to be careful with the things I print because I don't want my, oops, my hands, they are not working today. We tried to work outside today, but it was the wind, like it was nice, but the wind was just a little too cool. So we picked up some sticks and did a little bit, but not as much as what we had planned to do. So, oh, I need my, now if you're using a wipe on inkjet, just be careful so you don't smear your ink because it will react with the water. Okay, oh, I like it. Now she just needs something down here because she's kind of floating, but that's okay because she's an angel. So let me see what I want to put under her. I have some phrases somewhere. I had put most of my Christmas stuff away, and then I brought it back out for this project. So, I'll be right back. Okay, so I have glued the tag to a backing and didn't pay attention. I'm going to have white space, but that's okay. I'll ink it. It's something I tore up to do the Ranger mystery box video, and I was just using the scraps because they're sitting here looking at me. All right, so there is that. So I'm going to ink around this because I didn't cut it very well, but that's okay because this journal truly is for me, and I'm really excited about it. Oh, and I know what I'll do on the bottom of that, as a matter of fact. I should not have glued my prompts to the paper when Mark drew them for me this morning, but that's okay. I'll make it work. Okay, so this is my day one. So what I'll do is pull that off. I didn't glue it very much, so that's helpful. And I'm gonna say, and I haven't even put this whole page together, and that's okay. And this is just kind of my spin on it right now, because what I found this morning when I was trying to watch these videos is everybody was doing day one, and there were some amazing ideas. Like Barbara's bird card is beautiful. I love it. And there was a woman who posted, and her video was entirely in German, and I don't speak any German. And so I just watched it on silent, and what she did was so beautiful. And I really found that I wanted to duplicate or mimic her. And I thought, you know, maybe when I come to that video, or I come to a different video or a different prompt, that I can incorporate what she did. That would be a better way to compliment her and to incorporate that what's the word I want to say? I don't know what the word is I want to say, but whatever it was that she did, I want to be able to give it credit and just really try what she did, versus just go, oh, that's what she did today, and now that's what I'm gonna do. I don't want to copy somebody. I want to do my own ideas, and I don't want everybody to be watching like the same. Like day one was a playing card and ribbon. Well, there's only so many videos we can watch of a playing card and ribbon, right? We want something different. So I'm going to stamp this as December 1st, because that's today. And stamped it totally crooked, and I don't care. That's completely fine with me, okay? So then I'll know that I did number 2, Stars Paint, and then the actual full list I'm going to create into a card and stick in the journal, so that way I'll know that that's the prompts, and I'll make myself a note that, you know, I just went off the cuff and did what I wanted to do. I wish I hadn't made that pocket so deep. But anyway, so I think that's going to be a lot of fun, and we are going to just figure it out. Now I want to do a little bit of trim on here, and then we have to put this here because it's going to be kind of like a peekaboo, I think, right? Because I want the poem. I definitely want the poem. I definitely want the image, and I want them to be able to be, it's going to be a very interactive piece. So I have some coffee dyed muslin, I think, and I've got my whale tab punch. So I'm going to put a tab on this to flip it up, a tab on this to flip it out, and then, so let me get that stuff prepped. I'll be back. Okay, so this page is almost done. And I remembered I had this little scrap of really pretty gold foiled washi from when I was in Kentucky with my girlfriend, and I'm like, I want to use that on here because I used some really, well, we'll go over what I used. Anyway, so I just want to stick this on here somewhere. And because it's bling, and I love bling, and it's Christmas, and we can have all of the sparkle and glitter and gold and silver and all those fun things that we want. Like, there's no rules as far as that goes, right? Oh, let me flip this over because I did tear this. I used this half of this piece on a boho piece that we were making when we were together. So anyway, okay, so here's what I did. So I hope this meets the parameters of what Barbara and Louisa are trying to do for their Dephemerember, however you say it. If somebody knows how to say it, tell me how to say it right. Okay, so this is gonna, I know that it's just making ephemera is the focus. So just making ephemera is the focus, but I wanted to make a page for my journal, okay? Because for me, this is my December. And like I said, if I do something or I draw something for a day and I don't think that that's going to work for that day, then I will make something not Christmas. But for right now, I think this worked perfectly. So I had some gold trim that I used to create a flip out here. I left the picture of the church scene because I just think it's beautiful. We definitely have stars. I did a lot of stars. So my paper had stars, the Star of Bethlehem. I used the star paper to make my whale tail punches. I have stars on my fabric. In this background is the same star paper, stars with my angel. This is my paint swatch. So I think that I met the requirements of what I pulled for today. So what I think I'm going to do is for the next video, I'm going to try to be prepared and do days 2 and 3 if I can, and then I'll be caught up and then be able to film ahead. So this is going to be getting posted kind of like at the end of day 1, but it's okay. And what I might do, nope, I'm not going to plan. I'm just gonna see what I come up with and do the next episode. So anyway, thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it inspires you to follow along and create something, whether it is ephemera for a project you're working on or just ephemera because it makes your heart happy. It is the time of year that we should just spread joy and happiness and just be happy. So anyway, I love you all. Have a wonderful day. Thank you for joining me. We'll talk soon. Bye.